Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Allow me to introduce myself.
You're listening to The Basement Dwellers, hosted by your boy Jacob the Man-Child Santoro and the one and only Ali Reyna.
We don't have that kind of relationship.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to the channel to get the latest updates too.
Tell me what your hand's doing over that button first.
But for now, just kick back and put your feet up, because I got a fresh one delivered to your speakers. Alright.
That was fresh.
That was so cool.
That was so cool. Doesn't that feel so cool to listen to?
Yeah.
How awesome was that,
I
man?
like it.
Good.
I like how fast you made that happen.
Right?
Yeah.
I get things done. Actually, it's our buddy Dondre who gets things done. That was Dondre the Giant making our second intro and outro set for the podcast, and it sounds really cool.
Yeah, I like it.
He definitely delivered. Definitely, if you have anything that you want music for, whether it be your YouTube intros, a podcast like this, maybe samples for your own music, I mean, definitely hit him up. I will put his handles and all that fun stuff in the description of this episode, because yeah, I mean, that always puts a smile on my face. I've listened to it like 9 times, in the last like hour, so that was pretty awesome.
It sounds really good. He did a good job.
I agree. This episode is brought to you by COVID-19. We both got it. Hence why there is no
After
guest.
so long.
We tried. We did so good.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Got
we did.
our asses.
They fucking got us, dude. And we had been in the shit, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, we were around many people who actually contracted it, and not a positive test to be seen until recently. This
It was
just
bound
goes
to happen, though.
Well, just make sure that you put toilet paper down on a random toilet seat so you don't get COVID. That's how you get that, right? It's like herpes.
I don't think so. I don't think you get herpes that way.
Have you never heard that before?
No.
There's like an old like wives' tales, but for kids. Like they would just say like you can get like herpes from like anywhere, like as crazy as like sitting down on like a public toilet. Like, honestly, I just think that was like my mom's way of just saying don't be gross and don't put your bare ass on.
Yeah. I was just like hover.
That's a lot of leg work.
Yeah.
Do you really hover?
Yeah.
That's good. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not in there for that long though.
No. Unless I have to like, go number 2, then I'll
Not even.
I'll bite the bullet, but
Yeah, but like your number 2s are like 3.5 seconds flat. Like you were so quick.
I guess.
It's crazy how
Sometimes
fast.
they're not though. I can tell. Like I can tell when they're gonna be quick and when they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when a dog knows there's rain.
Yeah.
You just, you're like, oh boy. Really?
Yeah.
I guess I can too. But all of mine are long. So
I do not think that you poop that long.
No, I don't.
I feel like solely you are in the bathroom that fucking long because you're on your phone.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say makes me mad about it.
makes you mad.
Yeah.
It's my private time.
Okay, but like when I really have to go to the bathroom in the morning and I'm waiting on you and it's been 30 minutes and I'm like, I know he's not even pooping and that's what makes me
I believe in your own words, get to the bathroom first. I don't know what to tell you.
Whatever.
So we've had nothing to do but enjoy each other's company for the last 5 days. Been very, very sick. I did not think I was going to get as sick as I did. That was almost frightening. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't get sicker.
Yeah? Why do you say that?
I don't know. Like, you weren't really, like, that bad to deal with.
No.
I've dealt with worse.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know. Like, I think one of the secrets that I do is, like, I just pretend like I don't have it or, like, I'm not sick. But, like, the whole time, like, if I get up, I'm like, oh, right. And I get up and, like, my head's all, like just, like, all crazy. So, I mean, it just sucks that, it happened. I just, unfortunately, I'm not as careful as you are, and just goes to show that.
I know, you fucking gave it to me, bitch. I would have been fine if it weren't for you.
You're sweet. You're sweet mother. What did she say? She was like, you. So of course, Allie being the person that she is, I get COVID. She instantly tells 95 people, and am I wrong? I texted two people, and I said, hey, unfortunately, I think I got COVID. Yeah, I know. Allie told me. Oh, okay, cool. Well, your mom was so funny. What did she say? She was like, well, have you guys been social distancing in the house?
Yeah.
Well, we live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and my bubble boy suit's unfortunately at my mom's house, so I don't have it. That was so sweet of her, though. She's like, well,
I know. And I was like, Mom, there's no point.
Like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I feel like we could have done a little more.
I feel like, I guess maybe, but like,
for example, if you guys just want to peek into how like our just nasty lives, like we absolutely like we're walking around this house just touching everything and not like Lysoling it because it was just us in here. Whereas when Katie got COVID, anything she fucking breathed on, we were just...
that's because like we did like isolate with Katie because I mean it was easy to do then because like our bedrooms are on opposite sides of the house, so it was like she essentially had her own side of the house and we had our own side of the house, so like it would have been easier. But with us, it's like one of us would have not been able to go in that room.
Yeah.
Would you have been able to do that?
Okay, like I just would have sucked. You know what I mean? I mean, point is that like we're in this together now. If one of us is getting it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, we've talked about it on here before. I mean, before we even knew, we had sex, so it's like
we had sex the night before.
Yeah,
dude,
we had sex,
which
so it
is
was like,
so fucking funny to me.
I was like, if I'm gonna get it, like that's when I got it.
You know what? We've been together for almost 2 years, and telling you that I had COVID was almost like the same awkwardness that like I gave you, like a VD. Like, can you imagine? That has to have been going on for the last 2 years, like just hookups, and then like there's no like herpes text, but there's like, hey, so I just tested positive for COVID. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's so weird. Like that's up there. This just goes to show, like, okay, look. Like, we got the shots, but it was a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that if we hadn't gotten the shots, it probably would have been worse.
Probably been dead. We probably wouldn't have been recording this. If I'm being honest with you, I feel like I'm like this glass cannon of immune system where like it's dynamite until it's not, and then like I just feel like I know like another hospital trip is coming. Like that was like my biggest fear is that I woke up in the middle of the night with such like a high fever, and like I was. It took everything in my body to just not be like, please don't tell Allie like to call 911 right now. Like I do not want to go to the hospital.
Well, I would have.
I know you would have. But this is the mid-20s mentality of just like, I heard that a ambulance ride is like $10,000. So like, I'll die in my room. Thanks very much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, unless you're just ready to learn how to drive stick.
I don't know about that.
I'm kind of annoyed now. I think after that night, I was a little pissed off that I picked an inconveniently drivable car. Because you don't have your license for medical reasons, but I feel like if you needed to drive an automatic car,
I probably could do that.
I think you could do it. But the fact that I have a fucking, like if we were camping and my arm just got bit off by a bear or something like that, I'm like, I need you to drive stick. And you're like, really? Like, that would be so horrible. Yeah. I think you could learn. I've been telling you that it would be cool to teach you.
Probably. I don't know.
When you see me do it, now it's like nothing. Like I don't even think about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel better, like, if anything, like, I would only want to have something like a scooter or something.
That would be sweet.
Like a moped.
Like a Vespa.
Or a Vespa.
Get you a cool, like, Italian Vespa.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do with the money that we get from this gold mine here. Is that I'll get you a super sick, like a cherry red with, like, white pinstripe, like, classic.
Yeah.
Couple baguettes in the basket. We'll get you a little beret.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Just in Ghettosville, Phoenix. That'd be sweet. Get a little. Where would you even go though?
I don't know. I mean, if there's anywhere like close enough that
I would make you do 100% of the gas station trips if you had a scooter, all of them. Like because it's like I'm not gonna, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take us to the store and like your Vespa? Like no.
Yeah.
But man, I would make you do every single trip to the gas station. just to get like
That's
money's
fair.
worth out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, people, I really appreciate you guys for the last 2 episodes. It's been half video, half just audio.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of research as to why that happens, and it's just because for some reason, there's like, did you know that there's like actual laws against like extended videos?
Really?
Yeah. So like I was really, because remember I was telling you, so for just to kind of keep you guys
What
in.
does that mean?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Okay.
God, let me just explain to the fans real quick. I've been trying to transition over to video podcasting just because if you guys are like me, I'm the weirdo that likes to watch my podcast. I just kind of feel more solace in that. Like it's just nice to watch people talk, I guess. But anyways, that's just what I've.
It's your prerogative.
Yeah, I mean, most people are just like, you don't, and a lot of people were just like, you don't need video. I was like, yeah, of course, but I.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel about like music videos. Like I don't watch music videos.
Oh,
anymore.
see, I disagree. I fucking love music videos.
Half the time they have nothing to do with the songs.
What
I'm
about
just
like
I don't care.
What about like live music? Like that's why, like, remember after that show.
It really depends. Like I have to really like the artist to sit down and listen to like live stuff.
If you could take every single song on my liked on Spotify, and if they made music videos for them, I would always watch the music videos as opposed to just listening to it. I love live music, especially when it's live. So like, I would take all those songs but live, and I like watching it. I think I love shows like that much that I just like love watching people do cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, so I've been trying to transition over to like getting video and stuff, and actually I'm kind of in the work of getting a camera soon. I'm very excited for that. But if you've ever wanted to do, or if you have done like YouTube vlogging or YouTube videos, or again maybe some people have their own video podcast, which if you are a subscriber to this podcast and you have a video podcast and you are not reaching out to me on tips and tricks, you're being kind of an ass right now because I could really use it. I have lost sleep
Bring
over it.
forth your knowledge.
Yeah, dude, because there are times where poor Allie will come in the room and I look like a stressed president.
A mess.
Yeah, dude. Like,
And I'm just like, are you okay?
I'm mad at everything, dude. No, because I'm a fucking boomer at heart with this technology. She came in the room one time and she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I just deleted everything." And it was.
I swear to God, like I was like that look on your face because like I think it was like a couple weeks ago I did the same shit to like my Sims game where I just deleted everything, so I like knew like the look on your face.
It's just like there's no going back. Like, you know what I mean?
And you just have to sit there with like that like sullen, just like, and you're just fuming inside.
And you just feel so dumb. And then you know what you do is you watch YouTube videos on how you could have prevented what you just did because you feel like it's gonna make you feel better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you'll notice that on a lot of the things that, like I mentioned, if you try to take extended video, especially on actual cameras, there's a 30-minute time limit. And I thought that this was fucking ridiculous. Like, I would never understand why any company... It got to the point where every camera I looked at, for the most part, there are cameras, and I will get to this, there are cameras with no recording limit. But it got to the point that either A, they're doing it because there's some kind of extended, like, part of this camera or a software that you could buy, which will give you unlimited recording time, or for some reason science has just not cracked the code on more than 30 minutes. And then I went down this rabbit hole of just frustration. I was like, are you telling me that fucking J.J. Abrams made like Star Wars in 30-minute increments? Like, go fuck you know what I mean? Like, just ridiculous. Like, and so, but it actually turns out that there's a...
But I mean, I figured that's how it was because like they have so many cameras on set that it's like...
Well, I mean, that was kind of an exaggerated joke. I mean, they're definitely not shooting Star Wars movies with fucking Sony, A6s. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was gonna look it up. Let's see, recording. It when I tell you why, you're gonna be like, that's dumb. But let me see. So there's this thing called like recording limit tax. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on.
Why do they have to put a bunch of dumb shit?
Yeah, so okay, so now it's just the way of avoiding the 12% tax on cameras in Europe. So essentially, once a camera can record more than that, it's considered a film camera. Oh. And so it's like it's kind of put into the same category as like camcorders. So there's if you look at a lot of like I don't know how many podcasts you watch, but like if you ever see like a behind the scenes or anything like that, like the camera that I'm buying is not a camcorder. It looks like a photography camera. I mean, that's what a lot of people use. I mean, those are but the ones that I want are like $2,700. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm buying this one for $500, so we'll see where the difference is. But they're not like these big, and now you can, but like Sony and Canon, they make these camcorders, but they're like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. You know what upsets me? It's such a like insert file. Like I always think of your brother. Like your brother is such an audiophile. Yeah. Like of the shit that he buys for his guitar, I get so frustrated. Like we were playing.
Yeah, same.
Like we were playing two different guitars. What was it? New Year, Thanksgiving? When did I bring my stuff over to jam out with your brother?
I think it was like
Thanksgiving, Christmas. Christmas?
No, I think it was Thanksgiving.
Anyways, one of those holidays, and like I'm playing my little rinky dink, and he's got his gorgeous like fucking vintage Les Paul with thousands of dollars of hardware, and we're going back and forth, and the whole time in my head I'm like, these sound the same. Yeah. But I know in his head he's like, Jacob's guitar sounds like fucking a tin can. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like, that's how I feel. Like I was watching all these like reviews on YouTube about like these different cameras, and it was just like some people were literally just like, the Sony blah 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 expensive model just has a warmer tone to it. And I'm like, go fuck yourself, dude.
I have a hard time with like, because I always like to like read like reviews before I like buy anything, you know, just to like make sure, you know.
And I do that now because of you.
Yeah, and then but now it's like, yeah, I mean, there's definitely those people that like get so in depth with it, but then I'm like, okay, as me, a regular person who probably wouldn't think twice about those 100%. Things, like, is that gonna matter to me, you know? And then it gets frustrating because you're just like, what the fuck, like. And then I just feel stupid that I don't know more about the things that I like.
You know, it's a goldmine idea that I probably shouldn't like say on this podcast because I feel like we should absolutely corner it. Is I've noticed that on YouTube that there are a shit ton of in-betweens. You're either gonna have like, okay, like when I was doing like Twitch for a little bit, you know, some of my games were lagging, and like, you know, shout out to Matt and Madison, they sent me a bunch of just just troubleshooting things. Yeah. And I noticed in those videos that you have two different kinds of people. You have the 9th grader who has a really shitty laptop and is using OBS on a really shitty recording mic. You know what I mean? And he's like, today I'm going to show you how to do what you need to accompany your little tiny shit box of a computer. But then you have these people who are just like, I run this $9,000 built PC, and I've noticed that the frame rates on my thing that you can never afford, it's like there's not like an in-between for people who are just diving into the hobby. Yeah. Like I've noticed like, and there's a lot of videos that are like that. Like especially I've noticed for like weight loss or like muscle gain, like a lot of self-development, but there is no like YouTube channel that I've seen that is just like if I wanted to be like, not only do we have the Basement Dwellers podcast, but you were following me in my journey on how to do like vlogging and video podcasts and like, hey, I don't know about you guys, but I can't afford anything more than the free software that is iMovie. I just learned this.
Well, then you should do like that TikTok challenge where it's like, I couldn't find something, so I did it myself.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. This
is just a campaign for me to use TikTok. I know it is. And you're so... Everything ever. It's just, you should get a TikTok. You should get a TikTok.
Because at this point, I don't see why you're so against it.
I
feel like it's such a stubborn, like at this point, you're just being stubborn and you need to get over it.
At this point, I don't even know why I'm against it.
I don't know. I think because you watch TikToks on everything but TikTok and it's dude. Stupid.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's because, you know what it is? And everyone is just like, and I've had this argument with so many people that are just like, yeah, but if you don't like watch them, it's not going to show up on your algorithm. But it's just there's like,
dude, it really does. Like I noticed that like my For You page is like tailor made to me because I know that there's other people out there that aren't seeing the same things that I am. Like, and it all goes based off of what you're liking. Yeah. You know, so as long as you don't sit there and click and like on cringy ass videos, then you're not going to see those videos.
I know, but I always see those videos like elsewhere.
Well, yeah, they're going to like...
And I just can't believe... But you know what? That's on every single format ever. I mean, you can go on people's Facebook.
You can't escape cringe, babe.
You
like, as long as there are people being cringe out there, like, you cannot escape it.
That's a good one. I want that on the soundboard. You can't escape cringe, bro. Oh
like,
my God.
it's just honest to God truth. Like, you can't escape it. Like, you're going to have to run into it at some point.
It is funny that, like, yeah, everyone...
And then you just go, whoop.
Shout out to Instagram, by the way, because Instagram did this with Vine also. When Vine was a thing, they essentially just did what Vine did, and that's how you got Instagram videos. Yeah. And now they're doing the same for TikTok. Like, you can do... It's literally TikTok, but on Instagram. And it is funny, like, we were talking about, like, I think on last episode with Katie, how, like, if you're on the internet, like, we know everything about you.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like, yeah, like my Instagram is literally like the TikToks that are on there are literally cats, dudes playing guitar, hot bitches playing guitar, and food. Yeah. That's all I see. Mm-hmm. And like the occasional like extreme sport, like snowboarding or skateboarding and stuff like that. Yeah. So maybe that's like what I'll see. It's just like, and I do think like TikTok can be informative. I think what it comes from is I wish that TikTok was only legit like funny or compelling or like DIY. I'm so blown away, and I mention them all the time because they're my inspiration behind this podcast. But like your mom's house, like Christina, who I love, you've seen them too. Where like at the end of the episode, they always do like a compilation of like these horrible, like cringeworthy TikToks. Like I am so amazed that fucking Gerald from Nowheresville, Arkansas, with no teeth, can literally go on TikTok and just say, "Hello, everybody. It's Thursday. I hope you have a great day. I'm looking for a girl between..." And then like it just cuts out. You know what I mean? Like I hate that guy gets to have a TikTok. And like I don't know why it bugs me so much.
I'm sure there are people that hate that you get to have a TikTok.
I'm sure people hate the fact that I'm on this fucking podcast. Yeah. Let me just say. So I actually really liked what my friend Sarah said on Facebook because I'm still new to YouTube and we're so close. I want to say we're so close to 100 subscribers, and it's such a huge deal to me. I'm so fucking excited.
Come on, guys.
I know. Come
Share
on.
our shit.
But
we're almost there. Please.
Please.
What do I have to do? Suck your toes? Like
we will suck toes live on the
seriously.
podcast. For the whoever's the 100th subscriber will get their toes sucked live on the podcast. But like I lost like 2 subscribers and I was in such a depressive spiral for like 2 hours. And now shout out to my friends who absolutely boosted that up to like 86 people. Yeah. That was awesome of you guys. I guess I just have to be sad and you guys will give me subscribers if that's what...
See, this is why people post cringy TikToks. Because they get attention.
But Sarah said that you're not somebody until somebody hates you. Yeah. And I like that a lot.
That's true.
I think one of the biggest worries always for me, I love being funny and like I love saying things that are a little bit out there, but like I think after a while, like though my platform is small, it's still a platform. And like, yeah, I would hate to be enjoying our life 5 years from now. And then like some fucking kid on Twitter is just like, episode 25 of The Basement Dweller. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I think I just freak out about that. So like when I get, like to me, losing subscribers is hate speech. And like when I lost them, I was just like, oh my God, like what did I say?
Well, I mean, at least they went quietly and they didn't like.
I wish it wasn't though. I wish it said like so and so, because you can message people on YouTube.
Well, yeah.
So it's like I just want hey, excuse me, I just want to know what I did.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, you know me. Like, my biggest opinion of myself is the people who I'll never meet in my life. Honestly, I think that's why, like, when we get to, like, the 5,000, 10,000 mark, I just want to hire someone to just manage all of my social media for me, because as soon as I hear, like, I was watching episode 245, and when you said that thing about woodworking, that's fucking wrong, and you know what I mean? And then, like, I'll be like, okay, well, now my day's ruined, because I don't know why I'm like that. This is definitely not the job for me if like I can't handle.
I'm gonna say you should probably be one of those people who just never reads the comments.
It's hard though. Yeah, it really is, because like I love, and I mean, granted, the same 5 people always comment, and I love it. And I love when they comment. It's my favorite thing. I think I've liked almost all of them personally. You know what I mean? And I think that even if it was 100,000 subscribers and 1,000 comments, I would absolutely just scroll through and just see who's talking mad shit. It just, I don't know. Like, I just get so, I don't know.
I mean, I get it. Like, it used to happen to me, like, when I would do my spicy work on the side, you know, like, but it's at some point, like, you just have to realize that, like, I mean, everybody can't love you.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's a hard fact to grasp.
Yeah. But then it's just like, that's their loss, you know, like, if you know you didn't do anything that, like, seriously, like, harmed anybody else, then what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just, I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things that even after like years of therapy, it's just like, it's like the fact that it's always like, you can't make everyone happy. You know, you can't make everyone love you. Just frustrating. Cause it's like, it's a childish and selfish thought of just like, but why? Like,
Yeah.
like it always reminds me of, do you remember on The Office, like where they officially become like a TV show?
Yeah.
And like Andy reads every single comment.
Yeah.
Like that's me, and like responding like, well, I'll tell you, cool guy 63. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's because I'm so proud of like this, and I just want everyone to be proud of it, and it's just like you can't do that. So like and I think the road is going to be paved with that like for a long time. Now, obviously, the goal is to have, you know, in the millions of subscribers, and I feel like by that point, when you have a subscriber count the size of a county, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to find haters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I just want to jump from there to there. It's kind of like how, like, we don't want a 5-year-old, but like, if you can give me like a super cute baby and then like jump them to like 13, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like if we can move past like the I fruit up like stage, like the, oh my God. Do you ever think about like how much of a shithead you were like to your like parents as like a child, like from the ages of like 7 to 11? Can you like, do you remember like how Allie was?
I feel like I don't feel like I was really like a hard kid. Like, I don't feel like I was like difficult, but I feel like maybe I was annoying as a kid because I was really weird. I feel like
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I used to exclusively dress as either a lion or a tiger every day.
So cute. I'll have to post. Can I post that on the Instagram on the podcast Instagram, because it's such a cute picture.
Yeah, sure. And I legit thought like I was a lion basically. So I had like a roar down.
Oh, did you hear that, everyone? Allie at a young age knew that she was trans species.
Yeah. So so I had a roar and I would bite people, you know.
Like strangers?
No, not strangers, just
Okay.
like my brother's friends and like people that would come to the house.
Did you bite hard?
I don't know. I mean, I was like really little, so I don't think I was like trying to like I wasn't trying to bite hard, but like I probably did.
So like, but was it, that's interesting. Like, was it play for you? We never really have dived into this. Like I knew about that, but like we never really dived into
I
it.
just like from a young age knew that my spirit animal was a lion. Like,
But like, was it play or was it like, God, I really wish I was a fucking...
Yeah, like I really wished. Like I would run, like we had stairs and I would, I would run up the stairs on all fours all the time.
I think that was just like a kid thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
But I mean, the lion onesie is a
and
little...
then like, I don't know, as I grew older, like I didn't even stop sleeping with my parents till I think I was around like 7 or 8 maybe. Yeah. And then I don't know, like once I like kind of transitioned in my own room, like that's kind of just where I stayed. So maybe I was like frustrating.
I mean, like you said though, it's like, I mean, that could have been way worse.
Yeah.
You just kind of like to pretend to be a cat.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So I'm just saying maybe I was just like annoying, if anything.
I did this thing all the time where I think my mom kind of dabbled into, and by the way, can I just say that is such a well-reviewed episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people love it. Like people
good.
at work have just said like, dude, your mom is so funny. Like it was such a good episode.
She was
good. She did a really good job.
did a really
I would
good
have thought that she was like a tri-host. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that the correct term?
Like, well, I felt like we definitely would have had to like lead it more, but no, like
Right.
she did a good job.
I was expecting like stunned silence or
Yeah.
nothing. I did this thing where like I would try to lie, but then I would feel guilty about lying, and then
Yeah, you still do that.
yeah. It's like I can't even commit, but I make it even worse by trying to lie first.
And it's so obvious every time.
I know, I have such giveaways.
No, you really do. Because especially if I'll like ask you something and then you go, no. Like,
Or I do the thing. What's the other thing? Is what's up? And I do that thing with my lip. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Jay, do you have any homework today? Oh yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I just don't understand why I did that. Like I tried my best to just lie, and I was like, oh, I'm going to hell. It's a good story, and my dad and my stepmom Hillary would tell it amazingly. I skipped school for 2 days. Like I just didn't go to school.
Where'd you go?
Home. I just stayed at home.
Oh, I think I remember this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and so day 1 and 2 were completely drastic, or like different. Like they were so drastically different. So the first day was out of fear, and the fear was I did have a like middle school bully. It wasn't like beating me up, but it was just consistent torment. I mean,
What do you just like say like fucked up things to you? Or?
yeah, or like just little things like he would like it was like classic. Like he would like trip me, he'd steal my stuff, and then it's just like it's a two-sided thing because it's like he steals my stuff, I either take it and eventually he gives it to me and harasses me, or I tell the teacher and then he just makes a big scene of how I'm a fucking snitch. And then he harasses me. You know what I mean? Like and so
There was no winning.
right. And it was I think it was like a Thursday. I think because my goal was like, okay, I could get like a 4-day weekend maybe, but that wasn't my original plan. So like Hillary and my dad left for work at the same time every day, like early. Like school starts around like 7:15 to 8. I would leave for school around like 6:45. So and they were gone from there. And like yeah, I would just like I was on my way, and I lived close to the school. I'm talking like I'm like I could probably. It was about like 300-400 feet from the school. Like that's how close I lived. I just had to cross one major street and I'm there. And I remember like sitting on the other side of the street looking at the school, and like my heart's beating. Not because I'm afraid of the kid. I don't even remember his name. Honestly though, I do hope he's dead. I want to make that very clear. Or he's in jail. Something along those lines, because he kind of was an asshole.
He's probably just a loser now.
Probably a huge loser. Yeah, but I just remember just like taking a deep breath, and I literally just turned around and I went back home. And I would say the fear of like someone finding out was really, really intense for like the first 3 hours. To the point where I wasn't even enjoying myself at home. Like I literally just sat on the couch waiting for my dad to like come in, just so I could like assume the position of like, oh, I'm busted, and like you know what I mean, like just what I mean, go right to my room, and like I just I didn't hear anything. The house phone didn't ring, so I was like, oh, cool, all right, like that's better, and I felt solace and just like, okay, well I don't have to go eat caca school lunch. I can eat whatever I want and play video games and stuff. Now the second day, and that was the thing. So my parents did come home. It was like I got away with like a bank robbery. It was just like, hey, bud, how was school? And I was like, oh, it was school.
Yeah.
The second day, I had a lot more balls. I legitimately didn't even leave my bed. I was just like, nah. Like I just didn't go to school. Unbeknownst to me as a child, not realizing that
They were going to call.
yeah, they were just like, hey, this kid that we're responsible for hasn't shown up to school for 2 days. And dude, I will never fucking forget. I don't again, they could tell you their perspective on it, and I just listening to their perspective gives me anxiety because like I could tell you my perspective. I will never forget.
Oh yeah,
where I fucking was.
It
dude.
always seems like so detrimental.
So the way that my house was laid out is that once you enter the door, there's a long hallway to the kitchen and living room, and then you need to hang an immediate right, and you kind of U-turn, and that's where you hit the garage and my room. So I'm almost like one wall away from the front door. And I was playing Jak and Daxter 3 and just sitting there enjoying my time, and I hear I don't even hear and I think this is what made it worse, is I didn't hear the keys jingle or the door open. I heard the door slam shut. That was the first thing I heard. And I was like, in your head, you're like, okay, do I hide in the bathroom? Do I hide under my bed? Like maybe he's just home because he forgot something.
Yeah.
My dad made a fucking beeline right to, and so it's like my dad makes a beeline and I meet him in the hallway. And I feel like, this is what like deer must feel
right.
like. Yeah.
like you're a deer that's about to get hit by a car.
Or just like shot in the face. You know what I mean? Like you just are just like, you can't breathe. And then I see Hillary, and Hillary has this face that she makes when she's mad.
Yeah.
And it's because she has very bright blue eyes. So it's like her pupils and her eyes are, you know what I mean? Like, or whatever they're called, are like completely like, so she just like beams me with these fucking eyes. And the first thing and the only thing I do is I throw up all over the floor.
Wow.
And I think that maybe it's like my body's like fight or flight response of just like, maybe if I give them a reason, like, oh, my tummy, they were not buying it at all, dude. And I just was like, I just didn't want to get beat up at school. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, but like, and again, I know after the fact, my parents were just like, look, dude, like, they gave me the whole talk about bullies and stuff like that. But in the meantime, they're like, I don't care if this kid rips you in half. You better be going to fucking school. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I look at, like, if my kid's going to lie to me, I hope they're at least good at it. You know what I mean? I don't want them to lie to me, but it's just like, putting myself in my parents' shoes, I was so much more frustrated at myself just because, like, I tried, like, not that hard.
Yeah.
And then failed. Or I would continuously lie about things, but then not think about, like, again, like, adults are smarter than you think they are. It's like when you're a kid and you think that you can just write a check for $1 million and like it works. You know what I mean? Especially with homework. That was how I was with homework too. Just didn't do anything until parent teacher conferences, and they were like, oh yeah, there's like this whole backlog of like this shit that Jacob didn't do.
Yeah. I was pretty bad about homework too. I didn't do my homework.
Was there ever a year that you were like a good student? Like, for example, like for some reason out of nowhere in the 5th grade, it's the only year I ever got all straight A's. But I blame my teacher for that one.
I think maybe the 8th grade. I don't know. Like I had a really good math teacher, and it was like, I felt like for the first time, like I ever like understood math. Like, so that was like super awesome. But then it was kind of weird because it was like 8th grade was like the year that I was like, okay, I'm going to like do better, you know, like I want to be smarter and like do all these things. And then by the end of 8th grade, like I was like total opposite. Like
just didn't work out in your favor.
No, like I started drinking. Like
Babe.
8th grade was the first time I had like a drink.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I remember I worked so hard because I never used to like, do you remember like those assemblies that they would have?
Yeah.
Like, but you had to get like good grades to like go to them. So I never got like, oh yeah, like my school, you had to get good grades to like, go to them. Yeah. And, so I like did so good throughout this whole year so that I got like, I could like participate. And I remember the night before was like when I had my first drink. So the next day I was so hungover and I was like, I couldn't even enjoy the assembly because I was like, fuck all these people right now. Like I was so hungover. Yeah.
Babe.
I know. Sorry, it got so dark.
That's just like, I'm over here like, yeah, I've been drinking since I was like a teenager. Allie's like, I was 3 years old when I had my first Manhattan.
I wasn't 3 years old.
Allie's first words were, does anyone have a light?
Yeah. I'm a stud.
Damn it. I'm gonna have to give you the soundboard, dude. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm ballsy.
I'm ballsy.
I feel like that's like a, we were just kind of like talking about like Euphoria.
Yeah.
And like Pen 15.
Oh yeah.
If you ever want to relive what it was like to be a kid, definitely watch Pen 15. It is all the awkwardness and like
seriously,
it's hard to watch and sometimes, but it's just like, dude, I remember.
Yeah.
Like I would say,
like just like the pure awkwardness of like growing up,
right?
And then just like experiencing all these like real world things as a kid.
Like not to like give anything away if you are gonna watch. I mean, it's not one of those shows that really is necessarily like a spoiler alert, but like the masturbation episode.
Yeah.
Like when you find out that like when you touch yourself, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
Like that show did such a phenomenal job of just like, you will do whatever it takes. Like you'll try different things. Like, and it's just, but like it's funny, but you're also like, oh my God. Like I totally like,
dude. Yeah. Like when she was like rubbing herself all over everything, I was like, dude, say
literally, dude. Like as soon as you realize that there's just like, I don't know, like there was something like so whimsical, and I think it's because you're a kid, and it's just like it feels so grown up and like mature, and like, but you're just on the family couch, just rubbing your fucking genitals on it, like it's so awkward, dude. And like I don't even remember the point. Like the point is that like there's all these shows about like what it was like to be like a kid and like a teenager and stuff like that, and I think the underlining tone of all of it is that like all you want to do is like either like be bad and you know it.
Yeah.
Or being an adult.
Yeah.
Which
at this point in my life, I look back and I was like, God, I was so stupid. Like, I was like, I should have just enjoyed my fucking childhood while I could have. Like, but I was in such a rush to not. Like, and I mean,
yeah,
all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no point in like just getting depressed and like dwelling on the past. But I think what frustrates me, again, putting myself in my parents' shoes, is that like, I know I could have killed school.
Yeah.
Dominated. Like, even looking back at, like, I mean, I don't remember every fucking assignment, but it's just, like, I remember knowing what to do. And it wasn't even that I was, like, doing things. I was, like, but, like, weirdly, like, I would rather sit in my room and do absolutely nothing instead of doing my homework. Why is that? Is it just because someone's telling me to do it?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's different for everybody. Like, I can't, like, even to this day, I couldn't tell you why I did the exact same thing. Like, I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Like, doing nothing. Because there was a big part of my life where I didn't even have a phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a TV, but, like, you know, you could only watch the same 3 things. You know what I mean? It's just like, even though I do that now as an adult. But it's, I don't know. It's odd. And, like, and then I would take a step back, like, okay, well, like every day after school, I'd go hang out with Courtney. Yeah. Like Courtney's dad would like give her a bunch of money, so it's like we'd always like go to the mall or go to like get food, and she'd pay for everything for me. Like, but I was still home at like 6:30.
Yeah.
So it's like dinner's at 6:30. I'm done by 7:30. It's like I'm not even in bed till 11.
Yeah.
But I still just did fucking nothing instead of the math homework I was supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, I knew like when it came to math homework, like I knew especially like I didn't want to do math homework because it always just made me feel stupid. Like, because I just didn't understand it. And I, you know,
I mean, I'm still blown.
I was just like, why would I do something that makes me feel stupid?
Yeah.
Like,
you know what always, it's like funny going back to like those shows that just nailed what it was like growing up. It's like, the fear of having to ask your parents for help on homework. Yeah, was always the fucking worst because you just have 2 different types of entities.
Yeah, because they suck at it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm sorry, I love my parents, but like and it would annoy the shit out of me because my mom would always be like, "Well, you can always ask us," and blah blah blah, and I'm like, "No, I fucking can't because you don't understand either." Like. And then you get mad at me because you don't understand. And then my dad's just like, I don't know. My dad was.
Well, Leash, I'm just trying to comprehend.
Well, I mean, my dad's pretty smart, so he gets like math and stuff. Yeah. But like, he was always tired. So it's like, or he's like, TV, like, sounds so much better than spending any quality time with my daughter.
Yeah, because homework's work, bro.
Yeah.
Your dad is such a character. I love him so much, dude.
He's a stereotypical
Oh
dad.
my God. Your parents are very stereotypical.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. And when your dad just fell asleep on the couch, like in a dad position. You know, it's like where they're like, it's like he has like his phone like in his hand. And he's like a baby. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I wanted to almost just be like, we were leaving and he was asleep, but I almost wanted to be like, goodbye, Jerry. And just like give him a kiss on the forehead, like just tuck him in. He's one of my favorite people, dude. I will say this till the day I die. I would love to just take your dad fishing. Like I want to take your dad on a fishing trip.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like I could hang out with your parents a lot easier than my parents, except for my mom. I could hang out with my mom effortlessly in any situation. But like, and I love my dad.
Yeah.
But like, there's just something about my dad and I's relationship where I'm just like, like, look, I'm very excited. He's gonna be here next week, and I am trying my fucking hardest to just get him on this kitchen table. I got my mom. If I can get my dad on here, oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do it. But it's like this thing with my dad where it's just like we run out of small talk. Do you feel like you do that with your parents?
Yeah, I feel like
do you feel like it is small talk with your parents? Like, I feel like when I talk to as an example, I'm sorry to keep going on about it, but like when I talk to my dad, I feel like I'm talking to a like what is Ron Swanson, like a close proximity work associate.
Yeah.
Like I've worked with you for like 25 years and I know what you're into and we have similar like interests, but that's kind of where it ends.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's how it is with my dad. With my mom, I can talk to her for like hours, but we can also just sit in silence and it's, fine. Like, there's no like tension there, if we're not talking. But with my dad, yeah, I mean, it's just very few things. Unless he's drunk, then he wants to talk about whatever.
Oh my God. Your dad should run for president when he's been drinking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He is so fucking funny. He hates the right. Man, oh my God, he fucking.
I mean, as anyone should, but like,
oh my God,
my dad more so.
Two things that your dad despises is the right and Tom Brady. Like, if you could just remove those two things out of this existence, I think your dad would just be one happier person.
Yeah.
I like what you said about the comfortable silence thing, because that's exactly how I feel with my dad. Like, my dad and I, it's so funny because I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but it's just like, I tell you all the time, like, I love my dad and like, I love being around him and like everything. But whenever I talk about talking with my dad, it's always just like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, did you see Spider-Man? Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Like, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird that like, I think it's in silence where I really like that love, like, cause we used to watch just hours of football.
Yeah.
And it's like the only thing is just like that we communicate is just we repeat whatever the announcer said. Oh, that was a good drive. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, they should have not hit that. They should have not been in shotgun formation. Yeah, for sure. That's it. And it's like, all right, Dad, see you later. But it's like, I love that. Like after, like I feel like a smitten high school girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, he talked to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But my mom, though I want to fight her all the time. We could absolutely hours. Like that is probably her, Christian, you. Yeah, those three people are probably like if we had to go from here to like Washington, no problem. It'd be such a great time.
Yeah.
My dad and I wouldn't talk the entire time. That's not weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, some relationships are just like that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not necessarily like I've started to notice that like like it's okay for us to have comfortable silences, but I'm so bad at letting it happen.
You are, yeah.
Fuck, dude, it's so hard to just like shut the fuck up. I don't know why that is. Well, I mean, it's trauma. That's exactly what it is. Like usually, I'm used to, if it's silent, then someone's mad.
Yeah. Which makes sense, but I don't know. Like, for me, like, I like silence. It's not like.
You picked the wrong fool, homie.
But I also don't mind that you do talk a lot.
I know that you appreciate that I carry conversations.
Yeah.
Because I just have a lot of shit to say.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So I always think, like, we're definitely going to be, like, my Nana and Papa, except I'm gonna walk around the house. Oh, I thought I put my slippers. I can't find them. And then like, you're gonna be on the couch just like fuming, like just because shut up, like you're gonna be like your mom with her fucking.
No, I'm just gonna learn how to tone it out at some point.
That's what you do. You just
Yeah.
you just ignore it like a crying baby. I heard this funny joke. I forget the comedian's name, but he's super big, and he was on. I think. Have you ever heard of that show, The League?
Yeah, isn't it like the fantasy football?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like Always Sunny, but like fantasy football.
Yeah,
like they're all kind of shitheads to each other. He's one of those guys. It's like Steve something, but he makes this really funny bit about how like apparently it's real, but like apparently like his dad talks so much that like whenever they have family parties, like his mom gave him like I think it was like a 50-word limit because he will just talk and talk and talk, and I feel like that's the old man I'm gonna become.
Yeah.
We've been watching some things that show old people, and I just cannot wait to be such a fucking nuisance to our family.
Yeah. I know, seriously.
I love,
like, this is what she
God rest her soul, my Nana is hilarious when she doesn't mean to be. And it's just like everything she says, it like my mom is just like, I love you so much, but oh my God. Like, so as a joke for Christmas, she remembers everything too. Like I think one of the only conversations we ever had was like, I want a rice cooker.
That was a pretty good joke.
Yeah. So I was like, I want a rice cooker. So for Christmas, there's two things that she gave me for Christmas, and usually it's just like a gift card or something like that. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. You know what I mean? It's perfect. She's the only one that gets it. You know, money. Like, and I'll buy my own shit. You know.
Yeah.
But she gives me it's like one of those boxes that's in like a clothes box.
Yeah.
And like, but it weighs like 15 pounds. Oh my God, what's in here? I open it and it's a 10-pound bag of rice. With a gift card on top of it. Like that was like the whole bamboozle, you know, and the other gift was a rice cooker, but it's like, it's so funny just because she's so sweet, but it's just, there's this thing where I'm like, oh wow, like thanks. Like I was making a joke. She's like, oh, well, I figured if you wanted some rice. I'm like, okay. It's like, I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait until like someone's just like, okay, grandpa, like the movie's starting. Yeah. So anyways, I was here comes the same story you've heard 95 times.
Right.
Oh no! Don't, I'm trying to get to the part. I love him and I hate him. Old people drive me insane, but also relatives, absolutely.
Yeah.
Strangers, you should have been dead a long time ago. Like, yeah, I fucking hate you, especially in our line of work, man. Oh my God, some people literally just don't have anything better to do.
Seriously, I'm like, put both feet in the grave right now. Like, I'm done and over with this conversation.
There should be a talking limit just with everyone. I'm sorry, you've wasted 15 minutes.
They shouldn't be able to drive. They shouldn't be on the internet. What is the point of your existence at this point?
Dude. And we say that because it's outside looking in, because definitely I'm going to be doing all of that shit when I'm 75.
We will get a driver. We don't need to be driving, okay?
Bro, we could barely afford fucking groceries right now, dude. What do you think?
That's a lie. We're fine.
We're impoverished. Please subscribe.
We're poor, but not that poor.
One subscription equals Jacob gets to eat tonight. So I don't know. I think that old people can be adorable, but then there's just some things where I'm like,
it's so weird because I always feel like it's exactly 50-50. Like it's either they're super nice and just wholesome and lovable, or it's the exact opposite. Like you just loathe their existence.
Yeah.
And I don't like, there's no in between.
There really is none. And it's weird because it's like, and I would love someone to like, I mean, this is such a, like an asshole like thing, like it's like obviously, but I'm just surprised because there's no way these people were like this in 1965 when they were in their 20s. You know what I mean? Like it's just like,
maybe,
like, are you telling me that there was people that were our age in the 60s, 70s, 80s that like, oh, my
some
soup's
people just be bad, babe.
My soup's cold, I'm gonna fuck up this poor waitress's day. You know what I mean? Okay, but hold on though, because now that I am getting older, I'm starting to get fucking fuming when you fuck up our order.
Yeah.
Let me just say, fuck, and I'll say this every episode if I have to.
Yeah.
Fuck Uber Eats
No,
always.
it's DoorDash.
No.
Oh.
Uber Eats is the one that fucks everything up always and forever. And I'll tell you, number one, what is up with this? Hey, I'm going to pick up your food, but I got 9 other stops to do first.
Yeah.
So then I'll come to you. So your estimated waiting time, even though it said 20 minutes, is now an hour and a half. So I'm sorry that you missed your lunch at work, but hey, at least here's your cold French fries.
Yeah.
That'll be $45.
Well, yeah, I just think it's too expensive for the quality that you're getting, and it sucks. Like, it should be, I don't know, it should be better than it is, but it's just like they're not gonna. I mean, it's the same issue that we're having with fucking restaurants. Like, they're just not paying their people enough, and it's like these people are expecting you to like tip big, which, like, fine, sure, whatever. Like, I always try to do at least $10 or more on my thing, which makes my shit expensive. But I'm like, if I'm gonna get, better service for it, then sure, whatever.
And just
but then it's even more frustrating when I tip $10 or more and my shit gets left out on the sign of my complex because they don't want to come inside real quick, even though we're literally right inside the gate. Like, it's not, the gate's broken. It's always open. There's no code that you got to put in. Like, there's no hoops that they got to jump through to get my food to me. And it's like,
and that's all I ask.
Yeah, like, and it's like, or my shit's like, we ordered Taco Bell one time, and like literally all my shit was not in there. And
half the order.
Half the order wasn't in there, and then the other half was wrong. And I was just like, dude, like,
it's just so frustrating because I know that's not like on. So it's a literal series of unfortunate events, and it's just like I try my best at my job, and I know sometimes that's obviously not as obvious as I'm making it sound, because there are days where I'm just like, oh, it's an easy day, so I'm just gonna fucking twiddle my thumbs. Yeah. But I still feel like me, and I would like to hope most of society has just the decency to just do your job a little bit. Check the fucking bag. Check the bag. If I'm an Uber Eats driver,
it takes 2 seconds,
literally,
to put
and
in
the
a little
receipt
bit of
is
effort.
right fucking there.
Yeah.
Just fucking make a sick Yui and just say, hey, I'm picking up this person's order, and it looks like you guys forgot this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I can't find your place. Why don't I text you?
Right. Or call you.
I mean, unless you've had a
Something.
lot of, if you've had that many bad experiences from people that like you don't want to fucking reach out. Like if something happened, like I hope not, like that fucking sucks. But like real quick, especially in apartments.
Yeah.
Like Allie was not
we keep getting somebody else's food, and I feel bad
twice.
for them. Yeah.
Twice in the last 3 days. We was like literally they knock on the door, I open it, and they hear me open the door and they go, have a good day, and they just fucking run away. Yeah. And it's just like, thanks, but this isn't mine. And like,
right.
I just like, and by the time I'm like, excuse me, they're gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. And you know, like Ali said previously, like as a passerby, no shit, we're waiting for our fucking food. Every single time I order food, I text people. I say, hey, thanks for picking up my order. Please call me or text me if you're lost. And then when they're almost here, I always text them. I'm waiting outside. So there was one time where I think you were the one that waited outside. Or no, I was out there.
Yeah.
And you yell from the upstairs. You're like, did you get it? And I was like, no. And they say, well, it's delivered.
Uh-huh.
And did they say that they put it on the sign? How did we figure that out?
Oh yeah, they texted me a picture of it. Yeah, they sent me a picture of it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, where the fuck is that? And then I'm like looking at it a little harder, and I'm like, that's on the sign of our complex, like out, like where the street is. Like they just left it there, and I was like, are you serious, bro? Like anybody could have grabbed that.
Look, it's not the end of the world. We're able-bodied people, luckily, that we can go walk out there and grab it. But like, think about in that same situation, if some fucking old person or person who just, it's hard for them to get around, and they lived in the back of the complex.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go get that. I can't. It's going to take me fucking 30 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Like, just, I don't understand, like, where this, especially with Uber Eats. Like, if you, look, like, it's weird to, as young adults, to, well, not so young anymore. Fuck, I'm going to be 30 almost, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, 5 years.
An adult. So,
well, it's not August yet. So.
Yeah, almost 5 years.
Yeah.
As an adult, I have enough mental wherewithal and I have enough empathy. Like if we're somewhere and they're fucking slammed, take 2 hours to give me my food, dude. I'm never going to be like, what's the fucking holdup? Because we're smart enough to not say, hey, we're going to go out to this restaurant and then we have this really time-sensitive thing that we have to be at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're here to enjoy ourselves. So fine, I'll have a couple drinks or like whatever. But when you don't have to deal with the fucking rush of the kitchen or customers and you're just driving your fucking car,
Yeah.
you have my number.
Yeah.
And some people, I'll say, hey, can you, and I say, I am the most polite guy. I say, please and thank yous. Hey, there wasn't an option. Can you please get ketchup for me? And I get here and there's no fucking ketchup. I know you saw that.
Yeah.
This is why I think it's frustrating a little bit that we tip them now.
Well,
before.
I feel like there should be like an option to take it back. Like, honestly, like they're like that one with I knew I tipped over $10 and like, that's why like, I was like, I should be able to take my tip back. Like that person like didn't deserve my tip at all. 'Cause they did absolutely the bare minimum of their job. Like after they took a whole fucking hour on top of that, like, you know, so it's just like,
so not only did you fuck up my order, but I also gave you money to do it.
yeah. And then it's like, sure, I guess I get like credit back, but I'm like, then I have to use it on DoorDash again, where they might fuck up my order again. Like,
Right.
Come on.
Right. I don't know, man. Like, it's just like these last 2 years have just felt like such a fucking bizarro, like, just world. Like, what the fuck? And like,
and then it's like every time you go to the grocery store, like there's just like things that you can't get anymore because it's like people are going on strike because of like working conditions and things like that. And it's just, it's a really like weird like time, you know?
right.
I don't know. It's just been a trip.
It has been a trip. And like, it's just, it feels like it's never going to be solved.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some kind of like revolution has to happen at some point.
I mean, because it's just like, what would make people happier is higher wages.
Mm-hmm.
And what sucks is that, first of all, for the dudes who support billionaires and these fucking multi-billion-dollar like companies about like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, shut up. Like, the fact that you're not like, I don't even want to make more. Either give me more money to afford these things or just make the prices cheaper. Like, and I will get, I have read paragraphs of people being like, well, this is why gas is so expensive and blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, it's for real. Like
none of it's real.
Like, it's literally.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, none of it's real. It's all made up. Like, there's no fucking point in our system and how it works. Like, it's stupid.
It is stupid. And it's like, I feel for the people who are just staying afloat, like mom and pop shops. I can't afford to give you more than $10 an hour to wait tables. We don't get enough of that. B, unfortunately, when we do, I still can't afford to hire more people to help you. And so you see these signs that say like help wanted and stuff like that. Now, again, at franchises and stuff like that, pay your fucking people more.
Yeah.
At mom and pop shops, it's just like I'm saying, I feel like it's never going to get better because there's just nothing that we can do because I'm in charge of your paycheck and I just can't afford to give you that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's like, yeah, like something needs to happen, dude. And I'm not asking for assistance. I just want to fucking comfortably live.
Right.
Like, do you understand with our combined incomes? Like, if we could just time travel back to 1995...
We'd be solid.
We'd be solid. We'd have a beautiful 2-story home.
Yeah.
We'd have 2 fucking cars. You know what I mean? We could afford all of our hobbies. No fucking problem.
Yeah.
It's just like sucks. Like, and I hate that I've made so many fucking episodes about this.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what else is there to talk about? Like, I mean, really, it's just like,
yeah.
and there's no point in venting to someone over the age of 33 because they're not going to get it.
Yeah.
They're in I'm not trying to come off as like some shitty kid, and that's what a lot of people think of you. Like, it's just,
that's what a lot of us get met with, and it's just it's frustrating, but I mean,
life is hard right now, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Now, we do have the privilege of having a home and
Yeah.
nice things and stuff like that, but it's just like I feel like I have these frustrations because I have memories of my parents didn't make the most.
Well, it's like, even if I do have these things, it frustrates me that people have even less than this.
Yeah.
When it's like everybody has a right to live.
Right.
And the things that you have to live off of to get by, like to even stay alive, should be a right, not a privilege.
Right.
And it's just ridiculous.
Right. I'm all for letting go of people who are just shitheads and who really just don't care about their well-being or their family's well-being. Like, I'm not saying that you need to hire every moron off the street and then just pay them $1 million. Like, absolutely not. But there are people, like you just said, like, that try. And you hear about those families that have 3, 4, 5 working people in the home, and some of them have 2, 3 jobs. And it's just like, do you understand? Like, I had to put myself in debt to get Christmas presents this year.
Yeah.
And it just makes me feel for them. Like, it really does. We didn't even get each other Christmas presents this year.
Yeah.
Like, that sucked.
Yeah.
Because, like, you and I are both the kind of people that are like, I want to just give the other person
so
many things. Like, but we're also considerate enough to be like, we have other families, like, stuff to buy. And
yeah.
it just sucks, man.
It do.
I'm just all depressed. Let's go kill a super rich person right now so I feel better.
Seriously, dude. When is that gonna happen?
But like a shitty rich person. I know there's some rich people out there that are like,
what's her name? Why can't I think of her name right now?
I don't know.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah, she rocks.
So we just don't eat Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
It's probably a lot of plastic anyways.
Perhaps, but she's a doll.
Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And now more of the Basement Dweller.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh. What?
I have been clenching my love handles all night. We have emails.
Oh, really?
We do.
Oh my god.
And I don't even have the Ask Fucking Jacob. Oh shit. I hit that so hard. I don't even have the fucking sound clip. God damn it. No, we have 2, and actually both of them have like multiple little tiny questions.
Oh, okay.
I thought that'd be fun.
Okay.
I just honestly I don't know why they chose to stay anonymous, but they did. I mean, they're not really like crazy like existential questions.
Mm-hmm.
But they're kind of like not like would you rathers, but like they're kind of like almost like weird like silly interview questions.
Okay.
So the first one has 2 of them, and the second one has 3 of them.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is, let's see right here. Hold on, let me get to my.
This is so exciting.
I know. I was really excited. What is your most unpopular musical opinion?
Most unpopular musical opinion.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of people still like Bieber, I guess, and I hate his guts. Can't do it. Taylor Swift, nope. Hater.
So it's like top 100 music.
Yeah.
Just like not your jam.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's things in the top 100 that I do like, but
This
like,
feels very.
I feel like Taylor Swift's probably the biggest one though. Like she is so loved,
Yeah.
and you know what? Whatever. I don't get it. I don't see why, but it's just not my thing.
It just feels very shallow.
Yeah.
Like all the music is just like.
She is just the embodiment of like what America finds attractive, and I think that's what annoys.
Well, it's like
the fuck out of
America,
me.
like New America's Sweetheart kind of thing.
Yeah. Like
it's always like it's for me it just seems very like generic. Like I'm not one to be a prolific songwriter by any means.
Yeah.
But I would say that like top 50s, like top Billboard 50 music is definitely I could probably like pump out like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
It's always just like girl. You look beautiful tonight. Like, please stay with me, or I might never see you again.
Yeah.
And it's always over just like a bum 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 bum. Like it's just like like it feels like you're almost watching like a parody of like itself.
Yeah.
And let me just say, there is music that you could group in with that I do think are good songs.
Yeah.
But I would say for the most part, like I would say like especially with the Biebs, I don't hate him. Like I don't have the emotional wherewithal to hate him. Yeah. But I do know that a lot of his songs was like, okay, like again, especially like younger Biebs.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like newer Biebs. And then there's like a lot of songs in between that I'm like, all right, that's pretty catchy. I think there's like a song like featuring Nicki Minaj that like in high school I liked. That was pretty cool.
With Bieber?
Yeah. We'll have to like, I'll show you later. But it's like fucking Nicki Minaj grinding on like 17-year-old Bieber, and I'm just like, oh damn, I wish that was me right now. Maybe that was why.
Yeah.
I just watched like the
Like
music
you
video.
wished you were Nikki, or you wished you were
Both. I was very closeted into fucking twinks in high school, so probably both.
Yeah.
BTS, I don't understand ever, and I never will.
I keep meaning to give them I kind of want to give them a try.
Will never understand the literal cultural phenomena of K-pop music. It's catchy. I get it. Like, I'm not saying that it sucks. That's, you know, but I don't get it. Like, I think that it's not worth the praise that it gets. And it's like the shitstorm that you get on like social media.
I feel like there has to be something else that goes into it that we just don't get because we're not fans. I feel like they have to do something else besides being.
Yeah, there's super hot Korean dudes.
Yeah, but like I feel like they probably like. Do they have like a TV show? Like I feel like they do. Like they have they have more content that like their fans get to like. Because when you're part of like, what are they called? Like idol groups? I know that's like in Japan, but I'm not exactly sure what it is in like Korea. But
so is it like part of the culture to just treat them like?
Yeah, I mean, like when you're like that type of person, like you're not even allowed to have like a relationship, babe, because your fans, like your fans might get upset.
Especially Korean women, like Korean like pop stars.
Yeah,
women.
like they get crazy obsessive over like their.
Like I'm gonna fucking kill myself if I see her with a man right now.
Yeah, dude. So it's just it's crazy. Like so, I feel like there has to be something that we're just not getting with that.
I feel like that's not really like an unpopular music opinion, though, is it?
I don't know.
I guess to culminize an unpopular musical opinion, like in my own life, from what I've seen with my friends,
it has to be something that like most people like.
Butt rock is just not good. Shine Down, Stained,
okay,
shit like that.
Yeah.
You always find a way. Like it's just so fucking lame.
There's some Stain songs that I like.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Like none of that shit's good. Like I've seen like there was that festival I shared on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it. It was like of course it's in Milwaukee and it's brought to you by Bud Light. And it's just the fucking worst lineup I've ever seen. And I would honestly say that I hate that music more than like BTS.
Okay.
Like I think like Dad Butt Rock, like Rock Station, like no way.
I say yes, and I get really tired of it because that's all my dad listens to for sure.
Yeah.
Like so, whenever my dad gets drunk and he just starts blasting that, I'm just like, God.
I just hate like the dudes that are like older dudes that are just like, I don't understand all that. You can't even understand what they're saying. But the whole time, like their whole thing was like they're into like the
yeah.
Yeah. In the morning, girl me's for here.
It reminds me of Parks and Rec.
Yeah, dude, literally. Like it's just
Mousetrap.
I don't get it. Nothing I can do. Only want to be with you. Like, it's so fucking lame. That was a good question. What? Who can just go fuck themselves? That was the other part of the question. That reminds me, dude. That was such a good line of questioning. That reminds me of like a convention. Just, yeah, hi. What's your most unpopular music opinion? Also, who can go fuck themselves?
Wait, like,
that's all it says is who can go fuck themselves.
well, I feel like like a famous person, or is it just like who? In
Someone
general?
who can go fuck themselves. It doesn't matter.
I
mean, don't hurt people's feelings if you don't want to hurt their feelings. But
can I skip that one?
no,
Like,
just say one. There can't just be one person.
who can go fuck themselves?
It could be like a type of person, I guess.
I'm gonna say Virgos.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn. Why?
Because they're bitches.
Because them's bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know anything about that, so that's something cryptic that maybe other people will understand. That
They'll know.
Oh, they'll know.
They'll know.
Tom Brady can go fuck themselves now. Finally, you're nice and retired. I appreciated what you did for the game. Go fuck your super hot wife. Go keep kissing your dad on the lips. Whatever it is that you do. This fuckhead, he was all like, I'm happy to retire now so I could spend more time with my kids. That guy is the fucking new, like, Michael Jordan of the 2000s. That man is going to have...
He's not going anywhere. I mean, he might stop doing football, but...
That's what everyone thought about Brett Favre, too. And then he did a couple Levi Jean commercials, and then he's over it. Like, Tom Brady will literally be a pop culture pariah until the day he dies. Honestly, just go. I don't care that you were a fucking whatever last round pick and you were a fucking bench warmer and now you have 7 Super Bowl rings. That's fucking great. I can't stand people who are just like, I'm the best for this long and I'm going to keep being the best and there's only me. Finally, we can have more people play the game of football. That's awesome. Tom Brady can go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And I hope he's listening. I
feel like you were like holding on to that.
I was the whole time. You're like, oh, I'm all like shaking the table. I don't know.
I'm glad you got to let it out.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That caught me off guard.
Yeah. Oh, this one. Let's see. Oh, so hey, super big fan of the show. I love the fact that you guys talk about nothing and yet talk about everything. If I could think of any question, I'm just curious. What food should never be a topping for pizza?
Good one. I'm trying to think.
I mean, there's a difference between like what I think shouldn't be a
like
topping.
Anything?
That's too vague. Can't say Oreos. I mean, like what's like a commonly like.
Oh, like what's already a topping?
Like what's
for pizza
already a topping that
be?
shouldn't be? Yeah. If you say pineapple, I'm breaking up with you right now. Don't you fucking dare.
No. I don't know. That's a hard. Probably I hate it when tomatoes are on pizza because I'm like, there's
that's a
already
good one.
like there's already fucking tomato sauce on it. So why do you want tomatoes?
Yeah.
As well.
Fucking psycho.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Allie is racist to people who get tomatoes on their pizza because there's already tomatoes.
Yeah, like it's just redundant.
Shout out Federal Pizza. I love Federal Pizza in downtown Phoenix, but lettuce is an option on their pizzas.
Ew.
And who the fuck?
Questionable.
Yeah. Because it's like iceberg lettuce. And I guess you could maybe say like, well, spinach is a topping, but like I feel like when you cook down spinach, it's just better than lettuce.
Yeah.
Like when I think of lettuce, I think of like hot and spicy sandwiches from McDonald's. Like
yeah.
Yeah, lettuce. I think that's fucking stupid.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. Spinach is, to me, completely different than lettuce. It's just better.
Yeah. I do like, because lettuce doesn't feel like it does anything. Like lettuce is literally just like a crunchy like a crunchy feeling in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck those people.
It's like crunchy water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I don't have it on my fucking sandwich. I honestly don't get it. And like people are always just like, oh, well, it breaks down. Like you're sure, whatever. But honestly, it's such a fucking waste
of
a
lot of other things.
Yeah, and it's such a waste of a topping, in my opinion.
Cucumber. I'd rather eat cucumber.
I'd rather eat pickles.
Pickles are good. Yeah.
You know what I've learned recently? Like pickling something is almost like the equivalency of like deep frying something.
Really?
Have you ever had like pickled anything other than pickles?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had a pickled egg before?
No, I've never had a pickled egg.
There was this brunch place in Los Angeles that you could get like they had like a bar, and in the bar you could get like pickled eggs, and but it was like in a beet brine.
That sounds kind of gross. I don't know.
I know, but they're literally hard boiled eggs, but like they put like this beet stuff. I swear to God, it was so good. And I asked the guy like, how do you do it? He's like, it's equal parts water, vinegar, equal parts salt, sugar, and then beets, and then you boil it. And then you dump that water into like just like like 10 hard-boiled eggs, and you let it sit there overnight, and it was so fucking good. It literally tasted like the first time I ever had a deep fried Snickers. Like Snickers is good, but when you deep fry it, yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. Second question: what is the worst secondhand embarrassment you have ever felt? I'm trying to think what that means.
So basically, like you were embarrassed for somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings on this.
Man. I don't know. I might have to come back to that one because I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you and I have pretty good cringe detectors. Like, is it me? Is that why?
No.
I was like, babe, I'm going to start my own podcast. And you're like, oh, embarrassing. Dude, I need to say, holy shit, I will never get over the fact that when I was watching that thing about Tom Brady and the announcer was like, oh, he said on his podcast earlier today, Allie from the other room went, everyone has a podcast. It's like, awesome, thanks. I guess I don't need to do this anymore. You can't think of one thing.
I don't know. I feel like I'm too high for that right now.
I watched a man not only sing a song that he wrote for a girl in public with no music, he didn't know how to sing. And he got the whole restaurant's like attention to sing to this girl. And unless I'm reading it wrong, it definitely looked like it was like a first date situation. And he was definitely doing like Disneyland, or Disney theatrics while he sang.
Yeah.
Like he was kind of expecting like High School Musical style, like everyone to like join him. But I'd probably say that it was the absolute worst I've ever felt for another human being because she definitely didn't like it. And the worst part about it is when he was finished, which by the way was like a 3.5 minute song, was just like a bunch of like, that was it.
Oh.
And then like back to.
Damn, that is embarrassing.
And then like you could tell that like he didn't get the reception that he wanted or like what he wanted, and he just sat down and like really tried to play it off, just like so. Anyways, I went to UCLA for college, like you know what I mean. Like he tried to just play it off, and that was probably the worst I've ever felt for someone. And I do really feel for like men who you could tell that they're like trying to like pump drinks into somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're trying to have a good time and like the lady's just like, oh, awesome, free drinks, which she has every single right to do. I'm not saying that like they're in any wrong whatsoever. Yeah. It's definitely happened to me. But like when you watch that happen, it's really shitty. Yeah. That's probably the most I've ever felt embarrassed for anyone. Come on, man. You can't think of one thing.
The only situation
you don't have to say names.
I can think of right now, and it wasn't... Like, I feel bad because I probably embarrassed this person. And I really didn't mean to. But, like, what grade was it? I think it was, like, the 5th grade. And this kid who was friends with the extremely popular guy who I just happened to sit next to.
Sure.
And coincidentally enough, like I was, I think, the only girl in my class that was not in love with that guy. Like, so I think that's why the teacher sat me next to him. So she was like, this bitch isn't gonna like be distracted or anything. Right. So, but I guess like his friend liked me, and we were all on the bus, like going to a field trip or whatever, like it was like a museum or something. And I remember like we all like, it was like we had all just gotten like DSs, like everybody on the bus had like a DS, and so like everybody was like chatting through DS and everything, and like he like got mine and would just like type me messages like hi, you know, or whatever. And then so like we got to the destination and we were at like the back of the bus, so like everybody else had to get off, but like I don't know why he chose like that time to like say something to me. But so he was like, oh, hey, Allie. And then like literally I stopped. Everybody else who was getting off the bus stopped and looked. And then he was like, will you go out with me? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. And like everybody was looking. So I don't know. I just went, ew.
It certainly won't be you I'll be sticking it in. I promise you that, lady.
And I was like, I don't know why. Like, I said that
Oh.
because I didn't mean it.
Oh.
Like, you know, and like his face like just went red and like everybody started laughing. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I did apologize afterward. But
You said ew.
I said ew. Yeah. I said ew. I feel awful.
Do you know how much like that man hates women now because of you?
I don't think so. He seemed
Have you like heard of him recently?
not recently. No.
So like not Twitter or social, like no Facebook, nothing. He's probably dead.
I hope not. I mean,
He probably
I
hung.
hope I didn't.
Probably hung himself, and then his parents found him, and there was like shit on the wall, and the shit said "quote unquote" ew, Allie, and he's all just hanging there. What a bitch, dude!
I know.
That was so mean.
Yeah.
That wasn't secondhand. You delivered it. You said return to sender, bro. Like that was ruthless.
I felt so bad. I still feel bad.
I like how you were like, I can't think of anything, and you just delivered that bombshell of a fucking story. Oh, on the bus too. You know what that means is that the whole day he thought of nothing but
Yeah.
that.
Right. Like, like he looked so sad.
What's his first name?
Peyton.
Peyton. We need you on. If you get this, we need you to call into the podcast. You direct message me and I will give you the number to call and we will get closure about this. I promise you. I'm sorry that she was so mean to you.
Yeah.
You understand that you definitely... Was he like a cool kid? Or was he like a in-betweener? Like a...
So like I actually got to know him kind of afterward. Like, and yeah, like he was fine. Like I just didn't like him like that, I guess, you know, like, but he was only cool because his friend was cool, you know,
Like it's
if-
like it's kind of one of those things like because you drive to school every day with your friend, like
Yeah.
you guys are the guys with the car, so like that's
Right.
cool. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, because everybody loved his friend. Like,
Is he cute?
what do you mean?
Was he cute? Like
Oh, yeah, he had like freckles. I remember that. Like he had like little freckles and like shaggy hair.
as white boy,
Yeah, and then his friend was like typical like skater hair,
skater
like,
boy.
fucking zipped up jacket, skinny jeans with the like skate shoes.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
that looks sops panties, dude. Like
God.
I know, and it's
You know, and the thing is, like, I feel like I would have maybe felt the same way had everybody else not felt that way, you know. But I felt like it was because everybody loved him that I was just like, ugh. I was like, fuck you.
damn. So you were just, I'm not a part of your system.
Yeah. 'Cause I was like, everybody should love me.
You just like all the school shooter types with their Cannibal Corpse T-shirts and their
No.
their.
Like I said though, like I was definitely like I really did not pay attention to boys. Like I really thought I was a lesbian.
Really?
Yeah. Like before I even like kind of like liked guys, like I loved girls.
Can I give a spoiler alert to Euphoria?
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna like a spoiler alert to like the episode we just watched.
Oh, yeah.
I almost had like the Cal mentality of just like, no, I'm a straight dude, but like some hot looking boys is all I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a pig.
Oh my god. Dude.
That was so fucking. All right, I want to see.
Men, I fuck women,
I fuck
transsexuals. I was like, Cal, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you have to.
I thought it was gonna be like, you remember the bathroom situation with Cassie when she just like yelled all that shit, but then it like wasn't true. I thought that's what was gonna
like
happen.
he never left the house ever.
Yeah,
like
you know. So when he was like, it was actually like, and then he was like, I fucking regret you.
Oh my god, yeah. It's not. You know what? We're just gonna dive right into it. Can we just say? So for people who don't watch this show, there is a father figure in the show, he's the father of the most hated person in the show. He's a stereotypical bully white guy named Nate, and he's just a manipulator, womanizer, shitty person all around.
Yeah.
Well, his dad lives like a double life, which unfortunately you hear a lot about from men who are in their 40s and 50s now at this time, where essentially they had dads who and families and surrounding cultures that it was just not okay to be gay.
That's what, right.
Right.
Like,
That's
it
just
wasn't okay
so
to be gay. You're supposed to have a wife. You're supposed to have kids.
right. And it doesn't matter. Even if you are gay, you need to have a wife and have kids,
Right.
and just bury that shit, which has caused millions of lives to be ruined. Let me just say.
Yeah.
So you really do feel for him in this situation, and as the show goes along, like you start by kind of hating him because he is a good family man, and if the situation was not what it was, like you are kind of proud of him for what he does for his family. But man, he just, long story short, not to get into all of it.
It's interesting to see him show so much like restraint towards his like negative emotions about the way he has to go about his life. You know, like there are scenes where you're fully expecting him to just fly off the fucking handle and lose his shit, and he just doesn't. Like, you know, especially with like the whole Jules thing, like he could have gone, that situation could have gone so much.
You and I were like
I thought he was
like,
gonna kill her,
like beat her up.
Yeah, or like beat her up, you know. And like the fact that he was just like, look, like I didn't know, like please just like don't ruin my life.
Yeah.
You know, like please.
Oh my god! And he comes home and he just spills the beans because he's all fucked up. And like the best part of that whole scene, other than the fact that he's coming to terms with how he is, unfortunately it sucks, but he's dealing with the consequences like a true, real, let me just say, man, an adult. He looks right at fucking Nate, and he essentially is just like, the only thing I regret in my life is you, cocksucker, because you're a fucking cocksucker, and you're weird, and you just make problems for yourself.
I don't fucking know you.
And Nate has anger issues, and I love when he's like, I know when you're angry. It's like, that was probably another one too, because because he throws like temper tantrums on the floor and shit. I love it. He's just like, I know when you're angry. That's so fucking funny. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to go on that tired about that show, but honestly, look, it's either for you or it's not. But if you haven't had a chance to watch it, if you just want to watch sexy teenagers just like ruin their lives like slowly, then watch Euphoria on HBO. So the last one comes, same person. So they say, sorry, last question. I know this is a lot, but I just have to know, what is a sign that you know that you're getting older?
I feel like there's a few.
Okay, well, like what, like okay,
like my body hurts.
Your body hurts? Yeah. I think it's just because we don't do anything all day.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or it could be that I'm getting older.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my dad would disagree. He's 50 and he's all.
Your dad is fucking super.
I'm like, hey, Dad, what's going on? Oh, just climbed a mountain. It was fucking
Seriously,
crazy.
Dude, I don't.
My dad is literally 23.
Yeah.
I called him the other day and I could barely hear him. I was like, hey, I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm on the bike right now. Just fucking, and he has one of those like pocket rocket like bikes, like the Kawasaki bikes. So I just know he's zipping and zooting around traffic. He's like, no, what's up, dude? I'm just about to go lift 220 dead weight, like whatever, bro. So yeah, he would disagree.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I would say the most stereotypical trope of getting older is I just hate kids. Like I look at a lot of kids and I'm just like, you're so annoying. Like there was one time, I don't know, I think I just went on a coffee run and you were sleeping, and I came back and there were just 3 teenagers that looked like they're in the show Euphoria actually, and they were just like just loitering like on they were at the hangout spot, like the fucking power generator right outside the complex, and I'm like, I walk right past them and like I know I heard it, but it's always quiet and then just like laughing, you know what I mean? Because I'm in my fucking pajamas and like my stupid like thanks for smoking pot t-shirt, and like, and so I was like,
when was this?
This was it was literally just one of those things where just like I knew that you were just waking up. You know that thing I do because I'm up at like 8 a.m. and I'm just like, hey, do you want some coffee? Like I think I literally just went to go get coffee, and I'm like walking back and there's these fucking kids. And then I did the thing. What really set it in stone was that I looked out the window and just looked at them for a sec, like for like a couple minutes, just like, what are you kids doing?
Wow.
Loitering. It's the younger generation for sure, because it's like I cannot believe that that's how I acted. And now that I go to shows and stuff like that, and like I see like, you know, it's funny, like when you remember when you go to like local shows and like they give you like the X on your hand because you're not 21. But now that I don't have that X on my hand, but I'm at the bar and I see them just being stupid, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You're ruining the show for me. Like now I get it.
Yeah.
So is it just that, body aches? I'm trying to think like for you, like how I can tell that like you're gracefully getting older. I don't feel like, no, because I was going to say it's...
I feel like the amount of patience that I just like adjourn. is a sign that I'm getting older. Because
it's decreasing or increasing?
Like increasing.
Yeah.
Like the more patient I get, I'm just like, because a couple years ago, no.
Yeah.
Definitely was not.
That's good. That's a positive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like that's a bad thing. Like, is it kind of like going back to the restaurant thing? Like, you just kind of understand that, hey, man, you're just kind of doing your job. I wouldn't say that's an older thing because we know from just tried and true that old people fucking hate when.
Oh, yeah, they have like zero patience.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that.
I guess maybe for some things, but.
I would say for you, unless you've always been like this, just you cannot be talked to the first 5 minutes that you're awake. And it's like you're not even like a sweetheart about it.
Like that's how I've always been.
Oh.
I've been nice up until now. Like, I guess. So like, I don't know. I try not to be a bitch, but like it's at the point where I'm like,
I wouldn't say you're a bitch. It's just like little things like I know, like, and I'll forget. Like, I was talking to Christian the other day.
I hate waking up.
And I was like, oh, hey, babe. Christian said, and without, like, there was no, like, hey, give me a second. Like, you were just like, I just woke up. Like, don't give me this shit right now. I'm like, okay. Like, cool.
Yeah.
I think you've just always been old. I think the question is that Allie's always been a 65-year-old woman.
Maybe, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, for me, kids. Like, just kids really annoy me. Just, no, because, okay, so then the thing that's always been an old thing for me is just, like, people's lack of intelligence. Like, just, things that I guess you could say, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I've never done this before. Like, I just 0%. I've done it 95 times. Why don't you know how to do this? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, especially people at, like, self-checkout lines. Just like, fuck. Are you serious right now? Like, just like, and like you just see them like try to like scan the same like 5 things over and over again, and it's just not working. I'm like, if you just turn it around where the barcode is.
Yeah.
I just have no patience because for some reason, like I am now in the category of people that like whatever I'm doing is more important than whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think with this, I think because of these last 2 years, we've been old for the last 2 years because.
Yeah.
You want to start wrapping it up?
Goddamn pandemic.
Yeah. Oh, thank you again for listening to reading the email. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for all that you do. I love listening, knowing that you guys have no topic. However, you guys always consistently say what needs to be said. I don't know what that means, but I guess we're out here talking about the
Good
real
shit.
Good
shit.
Thank you guys for that. That was awesome.
Thank you. I
Please
love you too.
send them in anything you want. We've had some pretty good stories. That first one we ever had was really amazing, by the way. That one was like, we're like, oh, send us your funny stories or questions. And he's like, how do I tell my family that I don't want them to come to my weddings? Whew. All right. We'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Guys, thank you so much for being understanding that we didn't want the cameras on because we look like absolute shit because we've been sick.
Not gonna, you can tell, like you can hear it.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I could hear it. I hope you guys enjoyed, just like we enjoy making these for you. Send in the emails. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I love ending episodes like that. Allie, I love you lots. And to the audience, to all 85 of you, let's get 15 more subscribers.
Come on, let's go.
Let's get 100. We said
Thank
we'll
you
suck. We'll
for
suck.
listening, but do us another solid and just share it, okay?
We'll suck your toes. Allie already said it. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I love you, sweetie.
Love you.
There's all these
Oh shit! I got it wrong.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Embarrassing.
I know. All right, now I love you.
Love you.
If you like what you heard, type it to their Instagram and Twitter. The information's right below with their email.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy.
Be sure to log into the channel by subscribing and check out the previous episodes. But until then, we'll see you next week with a new one. We out for now.